Evening, everyone. I hope you all have your chipmunks in line and are sitting comfortably ready to watch another episode of Paranormal Albany. Uh, Last week, we had an interesting episode where the team came together, some things were hashed out. Um, there was
Cassius and
almost
Scarlet almost got along for a full hour.
Yeah, there was almost bonding,
Mhm.
but then
Almost.
yep. But then there was gunfire, and a particular um, and a new person came on the scene of Paranormal Albany that they had to that seemed to want to spend some time with Scarlet,
That is true.
uh, uh, and they had to uh, fight them off. As in the aftermath of that, the players discovered that there was a dead body swinging from a tree across the road from Caceres bookstore. Which, if you look at the scene uh, behind our that's our background today, that is the idyllic scene that was disturbed by a man hanging from the strap of his automatic weapon. With the new team, with the team's new pet, just standing there, listen, or just standing there licking his paws. Uh, and if you take a look at Christina's screen, you can see the stuffed animal representation of that cat.
It's true. This is Fangs.
Okay, so we're going to start out with, even though I think we kind of skipped past it last time, Sydney,
Yes.
you are over getting questioned
Mhm.
by the police who respond, the detectives that show up concerning the dead body hanging in the middle of the dead body hanging on state property that fired an automatic weapon.
Yep.
There seems to be gathering, for some reason, you know, there seems to be gathering a to do about this
Mm.
um basically public shooting.
Yep.
Um
Active shooter and all that.
yes. Um and well, here it goes. So what were you doing down here?
I was checking in with my charges, who one of them has that bookstore across the way.
Um so what are they what's their history? What's Are they part of this, or they was this some kind of
I
uh
think they were just
retribution?
they were. I mean, some of the bullets I think went in that general direction. But I don't know what the shooter was specifically aiming at. If that's what you're wondering. I mean, my charge over there is a bookstore owner. That's her profession. That's
Yeah, generally they don't get shot
she.
at.
Yeah, she has nothing to do with firearms or guns or anything. So,
What about the rest of your charges?
uh, one of them, I just got rescued from being kidnapped recently.
Oh,
So it might have something to do with that, but I don't know. It could be completely unrelated too.
that was you were part of that mess?
Uh, the mess at the brewery, I'm assuming, is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah, went there following up on a lead. Not knowing that he was there, but hoping he was in some way. Found him chained up in the basement. So that was fun times. I've had an interesting couple of weeks. Let's just put it that way.
I don't see it getting any more dull.
Neither do I.
All right. So this is on the surface just a case of you happen to be here at the right time to spot the body. Did you return
Thankfully,
fire?
yeah.
Did you
I
return
didn't have a
fire when they should?
chance. I was in the bookstore when uh, most of the shots kind of went in the general direction of the bookstore. Um, I got to the door with my gun, and by then the shots. Uh, I think there were still a couple after that, but uh, for the most part, I was pretty close to when they were over.
Well, all right. You're not planning a vacation anytime soon, right?
I don't think I've had a vacation in the past 10 years, so
That's good,
not really.
because I'll probably have more questions for you.
That's fair.
Um, so just to make sure, you came out of the door, you saw him fall, and
I don't know if I saw him fall. I
ah,
know I believe I saw essentially where some of the shots were coming from.
mhm.
Um, and then between trying to help my charges and trying not to get shot myself, uh, I'm assuming he fell somewhere in there because I didn't actually see him fall. It was just afterwards when I looked over there, I saw him hanging.
Okay, okay, I correct that in my notes.
Yeah.
Um, the
I'm assuming he broke his neck, being that he was dead in such a short time.
um, tough to tell.
Yeah.
Normally with these, you'd be able to tell from evidence from the tongue. But this guy doesn't have one.
Yeah, that was unsettling.
Uh,
There's one
oh,
thing I noticed. I uh I know when I went over, tried to check him, he seemed dead, obviously. Um, but I saw something a little odd, kind of checked his mouth a little bit, and that's when I saw what was odd. He didn't have a tongue.
okay.
So
All right. All right. I will. Again, I'll have more more information. You can head out now. Uh,
thank you. You have my number if you need anything.
I do. Thank you.
Yep. I'm
Um,
gonna just go back towards the bookstore, I guess.
yep.
Or did this happen in the bookstore? I'm not sure.
No, it didn't. It happened outside the bookstore.
Awesome. Then yeah, I'm gonna go in the
Okay.
bookstore.
Um, at that point, he does. He will come in.
Mhm.
Um, it. Excuse me, ma'am. He says to cashier. Uh,
Yes. She
would
looks up
you
from the 6 books she's read open.
would you mind if I have to I have to ask everyone questions separately. Would you mind if we did it in here? It'll make it a little easier to stay out of the thing. Just the people that are already here. I won't be bringing anyone in from the
Fine.
outside. Thank you. Appreciate that. Are you at a spot where it would be good to start with you?
Ask your questions.
If you could, well, if we could step to the to one of the back tables there.
Okay.
It makes it's important that we question everyone separately.
Right.
Um, okay, now you were inside when the shots started to be fired.
Yes.
Um, Now, there was recently a break-in on this property.
Like 2 days ago.
Um, is was anything missing from that? Have you discovered since you filed the report? Have you discovered anything else missing?
Not a thing.
That's curious. And then for this place to be shot up 2 days later, uh, do you have any idea why someone might be targeting you? Because you're getting an unseemly amount of trouble for essentially a quiet bookstore. It looks like.
I couldn't tell you exactly why they'd be after the shop, but we do run into all sorts of knickknacks, and some of them might rightly be called artifacts in some cases.
Ah.
So we might have gotten something in recently that I haven't yet put out or gotten to. But that's only a wild guess on my part.
Okay. Um.
I rather doubt, if you don't mind me saying, that the shooting and the break-in are related. Only because if they were looking for something, then there's no use in shooting up the shop. You might damage what you're looking for.
That's fair. Um. If I were to tell you that the guy that was the gunman had no tongue, what would you think about that? And I'm gonna need.
Oh, I don't have Roll20 open. I might need that.
It.
I just realized that. I went to
Comes
go
in
pull it up.
handy.
It's not open.
Yeah, it may or may not be needed. You know.
I mean, who knows? It's just a role playing game. We might need dice.
I'm so used to using Discord in some of my other games because there's dice spots that we use in some of my other games.
I've actually thought about using that, especially when the few times that Roll20 starts going nuts on us. But I haven't found a way to make it look good on the screen yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
what am I rolling?
Physical. roll.
Essentially, you'd be rolling influence because you're trying to.
I am trying to misdirect here.
Yeah, or at least give the right impression. Oh man, I'm not sure. He is a sharp-eyed thing. Oh no, look at you.
What
Oh,
is
that was
an
a
8 and a
2.
2?
Yep, that was an 8 and a 2. Okay, I thought it was
Okay.
from the angle. It kind of looked like a 12 to me. That was like, okay, that was not as quite a good roll as I thought it was. But it would be influence and social.
Right. I can throw in my Child of the Isles here, right? Influence and
Yeah.
fight are the two skills linked to that one.
Yep, you can.
Okay, let's see. What are my plot points looking like? I have 5. All right. Let me see what I got.
You have 5 now? Is that
could-
what you just said?
I have 5 right now, yes.
Okay.
She got a lot of ones.
I only have 1 polka die though, and it's a D6. So
Save it for after
I
you
need
roll.
to
'cause
decide
either
if I'm
you
going to
remember you can save it till
step
after you
up
roll.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, the step up though. That's
Yeah, but
good.
I have to decide if I'm gonna step up or if I'm going to. Let's see what I got. I have a chance of beating it with just my flat out roll because it's a D8, and I forgot my second D8. Let's go ahead and just toss
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
second D8 in there. See how much I beat you by.
Woo!
Yep, you beat me by 2.
14.
Okay.
Or
Yep.
no, wait. Math 12.
Yes, you did win. Okay. You were able to, when he tells you about the tongue, you give the right answer, or you have the right look on your face. What do you tell him?
Well, I suppose that would be contingent on a couple different things. Like if it was recently removed, or if it was perhaps removed long ago, in which case it might have very well nothing to do with his death. If you're telling me it was removed, but it's not what killed him, I don't have a fucking clue.
He gives you a warm smile. Oh, all right.
I'm not used to that reaction from police.
That's a fair answer. That's a fair answer. Well, now, well, actually, yes. Do you know anyone? Do you have any firearms yourself?
No.
Do you know anyone who has firearms?
I mean, yes, sort of, I guess.
Okay.
I'm on
Or-
probation and I've gotten a probation officer for
Yes.
disturbing the peace before you.
That'd be me.
Sorry,
That'd
Yes.
just gonna.
That's,
I was almost worried she was going to throw Scarlett under the bus and be like, "Oh, she's packing."
He's actually questioning her off to the side. I mean, you wouldn't. He would have shushed. He would have shushed you away if, so that, in theory, yeah, you can listen in. Scarlett definitely could, but you'll be able to hear. Anyone else?
Does out of character question that Kassir
Yeah.
would know? Does Mike? Oh no, Mike definitely would, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah. He
I started thinking back over what everything that's
Yeah.
happened. No, he definitely does.
he actually just he's gotten his pistol. Yeah, yes, he can carry a concealed handgun, and he apparently inherited quite a few firearms from his as part of the family. So yeah, there's a couple gun cabinets at his place. So
And Kassir knows they're all licensed properly, right?
as
I'm
far as
sure
she knows, yes. You definitely know the pistol is, yes.
Right, his personal, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, right. I mean, yes, but I know he wasn't the one to do this. It's just kind of
Well,
gestures.
but just to eliminate it, who is he?
Well, my boyfriend, Mike. I don't think I've ever out of character known his last name.
Okay.
Insert name here.
Yep.
Insert last name here.
I think I have it in my notes somewhere.
Oh yeah, I guess it might have come up in
Find it.
your.
Yeah. Okay. Your boyfriend. Well, what weapons does he have?
And has he broken any laws? Could you just get that out?
I know he's got a couple of personal ones. I don't rightly know, to be honest. He's got a gun case or two. He inherited some. I'm not rightly sure what they are.
Okay. Tell you what. Here's my card. Have him give me a call, please.
Right, will do.
Do you want my paperwork on him?
You wouldn't have heard the questioning.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yep.
okay.
You were
I'll
shooed
be
away.
quiet.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You okay?
I dropped my
Okay.
drink upside down
Yep.
on the carpet.
Of course. As you do.
Luckily, it's basically just ice.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's all I have for now. I might have to stop back and ask more questions.
She gives him like a card that the shop has
Okay.
with the shop number.
Okay, thank you.
She'll like take out a pin and write her personal cell on the back. She's like, if you can't get me at the shop, that's mine.
Thank you. She gives you another warm smile, and then you can go back to your books. I'm gonna grab one of your um one of the other people here and see if we can get this resolved see if we can get this part of it resolved pretty quick.
Right.
Um Hugo, is it? Would you
Yeah.
mind coming back here and answering some questions?
Do I need a lawyer?
Be nice.
I am being nice. I'm asking, do I need a lawyer?
I don't believe so. You're certainly welcome to ask for one. Do you want to get a lawyer? This is just a normal inquiry about what happened when the shots were fired.
All right, I'll answer some questions. I'll walk back there.
Okay. All right. So you were in the shop when the shooting started?
Yeah. Sydney arranged to meet with me today to check to see how I was doing, and then said he also had to check in here with Kasser, since we're all part of his parole or community service project or whatever. So I rode with him just to touch base.
Okay. All right. And do you have anybody who could have a particular grudge against you?
Well, they kidnapped me for 3 months, so somebody tied to that possibly could have wanted me taken care of.
Have you, in the last couple days, gotten any signs or felt you were being followed or anything like that? Do you think you're in danger?
I have no clue. I got out of the hospital yesterday. Today was supposed to be my first day of just trying to get back to normal. And after the check-in with Sydney and right over here, things quickly went opposite of that direction.
Um,
Like, I
okay.
don't even know why I was kidnapped in the first place.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. I honestly can't comprehend what it would be like.
Less than pleasant.
I would think so. Um, tell me, sir, do you own any firearms?
No, I have a bow and arrow for the occasional deer hunt, but not something I carry on a regular basis.
Okay. Um, do you know anyone other than your parole officer who has firearms?
No, or at least nobody has knowingly told me that they own firearms outside of my parole officer.
Okay. What? Uh, anything? I'm not going to ask you this question because you sounds like your life's been nothing but strange over the last few months.
Can't be any worse. If you gotta ask it, ask it.
Um, anything strange going on in your personal or business life?
Hugo actually pauses there. Well, for some reason, my partner with the store that I own, he was kidnapped as well, but he got hurt a lot worse than I did. Again, no clue why he and I were kidnapped. I don't think it was specifically targeting us, but I have no way of confirming that. So
Okay.
I gotta figure out how to run my shop without his help here for at least, I think the doc said, another month.
Um, okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a social and influence roll?
Oh, this guy's gonna bust my ass so damn hard.
Because essentially you are lying.
Oh, I'm absolutely lying. It is possible I
That's
could.
why I was more focused on misdirection.
But since I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4, I'm not entirely sure you're in too much danger.
Okay, you sure about that? Let me roll my dice here. A D6 and a D4. It was technically possible for me to beat that. It wasn't going to happen.
It could have. You could have rolled a 6 on that d6.
I know. Like I said, it was possible for me to do it. I didn't have high hopes I was going to do it.
Just tell him the truth like Sydney did. It's cool.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Do you have any other? Are you going to modify that roll at all, or is that what you're sticking with?
That's all I got. I've got no polka die, and I've only got one polka point.
Okay. Well, you get a. You do have. You now have a plot point,
Yay! I got 2 of those now.
and you have a D6 under suspicion by police.
All right.
I mean, I know you've gone through a lot, sir, but it's kind of important. You sure there was nothing strange going on in your business life, perhaps? Especially considering that both you and someone wants your storefront, want the property, want something that you have there. It
Again,
seems
I haven't had a chance to fully assess my storefront because I got there, I opened it up to go inside, I got the call from Sydney, and then I left once he picked me up.
well, could
Like I haven't had a chance to review books to see who was running the place while I was captured. I haven't had a chance to do any of that. I was supposed to try and start doing that today to make some semblance of what's been going on.
well, so I'm a little concerned for your safety. What would you think about if I were to send an officer with you when you go back to your place, just to make sure everything's okay and in the up and up?
Quick out of character question.
Yeah.
Did I get a chance to fully clean up before Sydney?
No, you did
Okay.
not.
I thought, but I wanted to double check before I.
Tom enjoyed that answer way too much.
You did not. You did not get a chance to clean up. There was way too much of Matthew's blood
To be fair,
all over the place.
He already
So-
is going back to his place with an officer.
Well, and my response would be, I appreciate the concern, but I'm not really wanting strangers near me at this time. As long as if you're willing to trust Sydney's word and trust Sydney, I welcome him to accompany me. But anybody else, I'm not ready to deal with that just yet.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the same roll, but you get to add a D8 because you're tapping into Sydney. Hang on.
I'll say.
I'm setting I got to set the difficulty again because I forgot that you have a D6.
Oh, okay. Tom, I just want to let you know, Tom. From me to you, you are number 1 with those rolls.
Actually, I have to change it because he doesn't have the plot points anymore to stage up his police
Oh, okay.
officer.
Yes, that's way better.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't think any of the things that I got here are useful. Okay. Here's my roll. I'm calling now that if I succeed with this roll, I'm going to spend a plot point to buy off the under suspicion.
Okay.
If I fail, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And can we buy off something? Oh, good job.
Wow.
There were 2
Oh.
ones there, so I think yes, Tom, can someone else
Yep.
buy something off? Okay.
Yep. Because you got, I got an 11. You beat me with a 12 without buying anything off.
Well, I'm
So,
gonna
yeah,
I'm gonna buy off the suspicion after that.
Okay. Okay.
Like I said, but there's still you rolled 2 ones, so somebody else can buy something off, right?
Yes.
I
Someone
would
else can buy
like to. I'd like
Oh.
to step down my injured to a D6 unless someone else needs it for something.
Nope. That's fine. You can do that. That probably works well for you because you're about to be questioned.
Right.
Mhm.
See, thinking ahead.
So yeah, I make like just an earnest, heartfelt statement. It's like I know the police are here to help, but I'm not really ready to trust a stranger's assistance kind of approach.
I understand, sir. I don't know what to say. So things will get better. I hope for you, and hopefully things will calm down at least. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
Um,
Uh,
I,
walk forward, tag Scarlet in, say you're up.
um, excuse me, doctor.
Yes. Would I still be bandaging myself?
No. By the time they got in, you would have been able to.
At least
Actually,
put my shirt on.
Yes, you would have. You would have. Yeah, no. If you came in without if you came in with and you didn't have
Yeah.
a shirt on, the conversation would have changed. It wouldn't have. He would not have questioned Cassare first. Okay.
Yes.
Um. The So no. What? No, you were able to, but I am going to. Um. Considering what did you do to cover up the bullet holes in your clothing and the
I
blood in your
didn't.
clothing?
I
Okay.
didn't. I just got Cassera to wrap me with bandages.
Okay.
No clean shirts. I wasn't
Nope.
planning on being shot that day.
Okay.
I mean, I think she would have asked, but Cassare does live upstairs. Also, I'm not. Never mind. They're built.
You know what? I will let you guys tell you what. Just both of you roll 1d6.
This bodes well.
Whoa, ignore that.
That's okay. The 2 works. Go ahead and
No,
go.
stop that. That's not happening. Bam!
Oh,
Okay.
That's when he's being bitch.
I thought you were calling me a bitch.
right.
No,
Look,
that was
this has
okay.
been all in
Well,
game,
Roll
but it's
20 is
about to get
refusing
personal.
to. He's refusing to do anything. I'm gonna have to close it and reload.
Oh, fun.
Okay. Let me.
Maybe
Thank
it's
you
Google
for the
Chrome being a
plot point.
bitch.
Uh,
Let me reopen Roll20 real quick.
okay. This is just to tell if she's got a shirt that'll fit you. Because
That's right.
there's a substantial difference as
In
you
height?
described. Yeah, in height.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Gazaire's like 5 foot even, twiggy.
And Scarlet looks like Gar,
Yeah.
but
And
with
Scarlet's
red long
beefcake.
hair.
Yeah. So, you able to roll?
I think so. It's still trying to load, so it might take it a minute.
Okay. Oh, there
Oh,
you go.
there you
There it
go.
is.
Okay, that was the thing.
4.
You do have a shirt. Mike had left a T-shirt behind. There that you could grab and bring down. It really, you know, it doesn't quite work, but at least it looks okay.
So she would have given it to her with a "Don't bleed on it," and you're giving it back.
No problem. I would not wear something like this if I had to.
Yep. Okay. So, doctor, you were here when you were inside when the shooting started?
No, I was outside. I had gone to
Oh.
my car.
Okay. And where did you hear where the shots came from?
I mean, I could tell they were away from me, but I didn't take the time to stop and like try and investigate it before I just started running inside.
Okay. You've checked over yourself. You weren't grazed or anything like that.
I have a few scratches here and there, but good thing I'm a doctor. I bandaged it. I'm good.
Well, I mean, were they bullet wounds?
Uh, I don't know. It wasn't too deep. They're healing pretty. They're gonna heal fine.
Oh. So no, as a doctor, you would be able to tell bullet wounds versus scratches and stuff like that.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
If someone had bullet wounds, I would be able to tell them that they had them.
yeah. All right. So okay. So go ahead and give me a influence and social roll.
No problem. That's what I focused on making better. Since we all sucked with people.
Hey, who are you talking about? We?
It's just the influence and no, not mental as well.
Yeah, no, it's just
social.
It's
Social,
influence and
social.
social.
Social
Okay.
and influence.
Oh, an 11.
Hey, you have
Can't
better
see
dice
the
than
other.
I do in those two categories.
Yeah, I didn't see the other one.
The other one, I rolled 2 6s and a 5 and a 4, but
No, I only see my 2. I don't know what the other thing was.
oh,
The other one's a 7.
the
Oh,
other
okay.
7. So you had a 9 versus my 12. Is there anything you want to do?
Hmm. I don't have a polka die. I know Fangs has a copper gift. Could he distract the police officer?
Um,
Well, and my vampire would be up because I'm injured. Oh,
yeah, but that doesn't really help with
Gifted a polka die.
I did get one.
Yep, you've been gifted a polka die.
That's awesome.
You were just gifted one.
you're gifted it would be a D6.
Ask and you shall receive, apparently.
That's
So,
right.
So you have a D6 polka die. Do you have the plot points to use it?
Yes, I will use it.
Okay.
Thank you very much for the polka
One
die.
left, I think.
Here we go. Now I have one left. Yeah,
Oh man.
that'll work.
I saw it roll.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
rolled. I could see that roll to the 3,
Met
and it
the-
was like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got inside unscathed.
Well, besides the scratches, and
Okay.
I want to be totally honest with you. So yeah, I had a little bit of scratches.
So he looks at he's looking through his notes. Do you have anyone who would wish you harm? I mean, with you being outside, it kind of points you to being possibly the target.
I don't know. I mean, I've treated lots of patients, I guess. I mean, I'm a really good doctor and don't make mistakes, but there are people that are unhappy with outcomes. But I can't imagine a patient. I mean, how would they know where I was going to be? Unless you think this is a stalking case, and if it is, I have a friend that's a police officer that watches over us.
It's I don't have any evidence to that fact now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's been so you've gotten no threats or anything like that through the hospital or anything.
No, I've gotten threats from other people in my life, but none through the hospital.
So who has threatened you?
Casair.
I've never threatened shite.
Yes, she sure has. It's okay. It's like
Things
it's
get said in the heat of anger.
it's like Yosemite Sam yelling at Hulk Hogan. It's okay.
It's like who?
You don't know who Yosemite Sam is?
I know you, but yelling at Hulk Hogan?
Yes, because he's big, muscly, like
Oh.
me.
You know, like
Okay.
a Hulk.
And I've got short man syndrome.
Mm. Okay.
I'm gonna be smoking once again, aren't I?
Okay. Do you know anyone? Do you have anyone in your life who, other than Sydney, who has firearms?
Not that I can think of. I mean, I think Sarah's boyfriend carries guns, but I'm sure she told you that, and I don't really interact with him that much. So
Okay.
yeah, just Sydney.
All right. Has there been anything strange in your life recently? You encountered anyone new that would make you worried? Strange happenings, strange, things that don't make sense.
I've got lots of stuff that don't make sense in my life, sir. And you don't have the time to sit and talk about it. It's about a lot of feelings.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give me another. Go ahead and give me another roll, but I'm gonna give you an extra D6 because just how you kind of weaved a non-lie into the lie.
Wow.
Well,
Thanks
okay.
Thanks for that D6.
Oh, Jesus.
God. If you have channel points, help Scarlet out.
I sit there and
So
Nah, she's got.
and
sure
then
she
my
can get
2d8s.
I can't see the roll.
Oh, I
It's an
haven't.
18. A 10 and an 8.
Yes.
And a 6 and a 5. So
Right,
Yeah, but those don't count.
Yeah, he rolled max on 3 of his 4 dice. So
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
I'm afraid to roll.
makes you feel any better? I was doing this.
You
I was
can
doing this
spend.
yesterday for Shadowrun.
Wait, you can spend plot points to keep all your dice?
Yes.
But that doesn't help me right now, right?
Well,
you get to.
Go ahead, Bort.
I was gonna say, Tom said you get to roll an extra die because you weaved a little bit of truth into that lie.
Oh, okay. Let's
The
see.
only way to lie.
Right?
Yep.
Lord.
Not quite
11,
enough.
12, 13. Yeah, I didn't do it.
Kind off by 5.
Yeah.
Eee.
Okay. I'm He makes a couple notes. Well, I hope things get simpler for you.
Me too. I've just moved here. I'm kind of lonely. It's just doctor stuff and women stuff. I don't want to bore you with it.
Okay, go ahead and give me one more influence roll with an extra
Okay.
D6.
Okay. Are you going first? Oh,
Yep, I already did.
that's
yes.
better. That's much better. Okay, here's. Yeah.
So you got a 9 where I got a 10.
Oh, I
Okay.
see it.
You could use a plot point to win.
I can't. I only have one left.
Well,
Well, I'll use it.
All
Why
or
not?
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. He makes a couple notes. Looks like he scratches something out. Oh,
He was playing tic-tac-toe with himself. Don't worry about it.
I thought he was doing one of those mash houses.
now what we just talked about for those who are watching and don't know Cortex Prime is the whole purpose of Cortex Prime is when you roll your dice, you keep the best two. To add to that, you can do a couple things. One is which you can spend a plot point, and that lets you keep extra dice, an extra die from your roll. So in this case, she used her last plot point to keep the 2, which let her beat me on this last roll for questioning.
Right.
She also could have, if she had a polka die, used a plot point to add into that. Well, that should be all for now. Do you have a number I can reach you at?
Sure, let me get you one of my cards.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you. And
Nice meeting you too.
if you call my office, I'm sure someone will help you get in touch with me. I'm pretty busy.
Okay. Thank you for your
Cooperation.
thank you for your cooperation. And he walks over to Cassera. Thank you for your hospitality. This made things much easier. It's it's nicer to be able to do this inside rather than outside in February.
Gotcha. Good luck figuring everything out.
Thank you.
I don't envy you your job.
It's a living, and you meet some interesting people.
Oh, I bet.
Another warm smile and
One way to look at it.
nods to Sydney, and then heads out the door.
Well, that was
The
fun.
door shuts behind him, and Cassera goes, "You can't meet half the weird fucking people I've met."
Right? When he asked me that, I didn't know if I should go truth and just sit him down and tell him everything.
No.
No, I didn't want to go to jail, or I didn't have to bite him to keep from going to jail.
I didn't even get that question.
Man, that would have turned into a fiasco real quick.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
yeah. And I don't, yeah. What do you mean he didn't ask you that?
If anything weird had been happening lately.
Really?
He asked me that
Yeah.
one.
He
I
asked
mean-
you, Hugo?
Yeah, I lead heavily into the I was kidnapped.
Yeah.
It's a
Look,
pretty
at
weird
some
thing.
point, you're going to have to stop playing that card.
Nope.
I mean, give him a bit of time. It's been a couple of days.
Yeah. I
Oh,
kind of feel
okay.
like he'll be able to use that card for the next couple of years.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah. I mean,
Being kidnapped for months it's
yeah.
got some weight to it.
Yeah.
Well, he lost 3 months of his life, but he's got a really good excuse for all antisocial behavior he's
Right.
going to have for the next 3
It's
years.
called PTSD.
Right.
Did he ask you guys anything specific?
If I knew of anybody that was trying to follow me or want to harm me,
Yeah.
Oh, I got that one too.
asked if I wanted a cop to follow me back to my shop, which no.
You don't want.
I haven't had a chance to clean up from this morning still.
Okay.
There's
He did it.
questionable things that would cause me more problems.
You know,
He
he
d-
might need to revisit some training because some people might have been freaked out about finding out that the body was missing a tongue.
Right?
There could have been a delicate way to put in that.
Right.
Yeah.
He did ask me if I've been threatened recently. I did say yes.
Who's been threatening you?
Are you serious? You told me you were going to stab me in the throat or cut my heart out. Or it's like that.
Did I?
Sarah, that hurt my feelings.
Oh, I probably meant every word.
I know. That's my PTSD.
But then you probably shouldn't be around me.
I think a little bit of exposure therapy has been good for me. And
Well, I
fangs
think we've had
helps
quite a
lot.
bit enough of that today.
I agree.
All right. So I'm guessing at that point you all scatter and head your separate ways.
I certainly fucking hope so. Get the fuck out of my shop. Call Mike and let him know he's got to talk to a police officer.
And your favorite person went home with a shirt.
Oh, it's
She might
you're
leave
giving
that
it
one
back.
out.
Ooh.
I imagine it is like a Metallica band shirt.
Yeah, I was picturing it was either one of those ironic saying shirts
Yeah.
or some sort of band shirt.
Or like keep calm, chive
Yeah.
on.
Right, yeah.
I was picturing a button up.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
all right.
Okay.
I don't know why.
What a surprise.
I was picturing
Okay.
something like not the FBI or something.
Do you believe in
Oh, it's an
magic?
XKCD shirt.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, well, Scarlett, when you get back to your office,
Mhm.
you find flowers.
Oh,
I thought he was going to say it was broken into.
I know. God damn it. Things seem to
Make it 3 for
happen that
3.
way.
Right.
Everybody's getting broken into. Everybody.
Ironically,
you get a beanie. You get a beanie.
Everybody gets a beanie.
the flowers are red roses.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who these came from. I'll grab. Is there a card?
There is a card, yes.
And I read it, and her face goes like this. Oh God. Is it from Erwin?
Actually, there is no name on it.
Oh,
It said it was wonderful meeting you. Can't wait for our next encounter.
It's Polar Hat Guy.
I am irritated, but like red roses are kryptonite for her. So she is impressed and wondering who the hell this was.
Okay.
And she takes a picture of it with her phone and then sends it to the group.
Okay.
Look what I have in my office when I get back here. And then she'll put, thanks, Hugo.
Okay. You
I'm not sure Kassir's new phone can receive pictures. She went old school.
Right.
Right?
After Peacock fried her last one.
yeah. Well, the Nokias, the Nokias, if I remember correctly, they could actually receive a picture.
Yeah.
But it was black and white, if I remember correctly.
I don't know if I've gotten.
And
my
loads
new
about 3
cell phone
pixels
yet.
at a time.
You wouldn't have had a chance yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
Either
That
way,
text, is
you know.
that text is going to Sydney.
Yeah. So Sydney, you see you see it, and Kassira sees it.
It just gets immediately deleted.
Yeah. Okay.
She doesn't
That's-
care.
No reactions. Okay.
What's this picture? Of the
And,
roses?
Yep. Black and white picture. Black and white
Of
picture of
roses.
flowers. Yes.
Do I get any context with the message other than a picture
say-
of roses?
Yeah, I put, this is what was in my office when I got here with no note.
Oh, you
And
didn't
then
actually
she'll-
put-
And I'll follow it with, and I'm not dating anyone.
Oh, I thought you actually did send the thanks, Hugo. It'd be like,
I would text back telling her to alert security, honestly.
And
Okay.
she will be like, Sydney, just flowers.
Sydney, come on.
So you ignore Sydney then?
No, I would probably call him and ask why he
Okay,
thinks. Okay,
go ahead. You guys can have
Okay.
that conversation.
I'm calling Sydney.
I think I'm driving Hugo back to a shop right now. I don't know if I'd be able to answer.
But you probably
Yeah,
would be
but,
just
but
walking into Hugo's.
eventually I'll either call her back or whatever.
Yeah.
So, hey,
So, why do you think I need to get security involved? Because I got this huge red roses, bunch of
Did-
red roses.
do you know how they were delivered?
I don't. They were in my office, and nothing looked messed with, but you know, who knows?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons I can think of, but I generally don't tend to trust those kind of things. So, uh, could be a bomb in it, could be someone used it to just try to find a way into your office, could be a number of things.
Sydney, do you live like this all the time? Worrying that this kind of stuff's gonna happen? Because you
Yeah.
just shot my anxiety through the roof. Well, let me
Oh.
look in the flowers. I don't see any bombs. We're
Does she
good.
have to do a roll for that? No.
I'll trust
Sorry,
you.
I guess that's my level of anxiety normally. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let security know and see if anyone saw anything. And I'll let you know.
I mean, if anything, if someone did, then you might get a description of who this mystery person is.
That's smart.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ask.
All right. You contact security.
Hmm.
You describe the flowers, and let me check. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was in the yeah, that was accepted down at the front desk and gone through the typical scans, gone through the typical check, and then just simply brought to your office.
Is there video by any chance? So I could get an idea of who left this, because they didn't send a card with it, and it makes me a little bit uncomfortable.
Let me check. It was, and they give you the they give you the address of they give you the florist.
Okay.
It was just through this florist. And it was it was just through this florist. They brought it as part of their normal shipment that they bring into to the hospital. It was, yes, different red roses. Sure, that's a little different than the normal get well stuff, but they've got a normal. It was just part of their normal delivery.
All right. Thank you for the address. I'll stop by there on my way home.
All right. Okay, so Hugo and Sydney, while Sydney's on the street talking to Scarlett, Hugo unlocks the chain that he used to close his door and goes in. It's still the mess that you left it at. Nothing disturbed. There are more rings up front, circles, as it were, up front than there used to be.
As in from this morning, there's more than what was there?
No, as in before the kidnapping.
I didn't put rings up front.
No, you didn't. Neither did your partner. But there are some now up front.
Okay, you made it sound like there was more than what was originally there. It's like,
No.
that wouldn't be something that'd be in the front.
Yes, it wasn't. But it was something that you're guessing Matthew added him.
Oh, is that what we named that guy? Was Matthew? Yes, it was. Okay. And am I alone in the shop? Like, I'll call out. I was like,
Yeah.
checking in. I hear Matthew.
Matthew is still in the hospital.
Oh, that's right. Matthew was the one that went to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll make sure a closed sign is definitely prominently displayed.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's boring, but we're gonna go about cleaning up a bit
Okay. Nope.
because there's blood everywhere that I gotta get cleaned up.
Yep. That's fine. Sydney follows you in after he gets off the phone with Scarlett.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right. So, what do you need to do, Hugo?
Need to get my front fixed up because the bars are damaged a bit, but that can probably wait. Need to clean up these circles of protection that were left here. And since it's been a couple hours now at this point,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that blood
Actually,
is
more
set.
than a couple.
Oh yeah, with questioning and everything. Yeah.
So
Probably
that
been
blood is
most of the
set in,
day.
so that's gonna take some extra effort. Gotta clean up any blood in the back. Gotta check the back door. In fact, that's actually the first thing I'm gonna do. As he's done this, he just kind of like, I gotta check the back door, and he walks to the back door
I'll follow him.
because beforehand there was just a dumpster pushed in front of it.
Yes.
So, is the back door even something I can close, or did
Yes.
it get damaged?
Well, yeah, you can put with some nails and stuff like that. You can kind of pound the door frame back into place. I mean, it's not gonna the boot. If another Knight of the Cross decides to kick in the door, it's gonna go. It's gonna go, but it will keep them. It will keep the door closed unless somebody throws a decent shoulder into it or boot.
Man, if only I could have gotten a carpenter to help me out.
Carpenter already did help you out. And if you're wondering what the carpenter helping him out, how that occurred, well, that was in the one-on-one we did that we're going to be releasing on the Patreon first. So for more geeky goodness, feel free to join our Patreon, assuming that Tom can actually spell it correctly. Thank you, Ward. But now it's 6 after the hour, and I owe these guys a 10-minute break. So we're gonna take a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back and see what they do next. And we're back. Yes, we killed the music. The music on the commercials that when I make them is set to give off about 5 seconds to 10 seconds before the end of the 10-minute to let us know that it's time to come back. So when original Aaron or Reverend Aaron told us the music was killed, that was our cue to come back, and we're back. And I'm babbling now, I realize that. But just so we don't cram it all at the end of the stream, I want to talk a little bit about some stuff that Rem Alternus is doing. We've got the standard stuff. Where we are running tomorrow night, Shadowrun, the Chicago missions at 7 p.m. We've got Wednesday night. We take a night to do stuff internally in Shadowrun, or not in Shadowrun, in Rem Alternus. But then Thursday night we are back with D&D Stormlord's Wrath at 8 p.m. Central. On Fridays, we do some community game night.
There
I
will
don't know
be
if
no game night this Friday due to holiday for those who practice the religion.
Okay. So then the next thing after Thursday is 10 a.m. Central, the second episode of D&D Episodicals 4, Descent into Avernus. This is one of the This stream has been taken over from me as far as tech purposes, so I actually get to sit up in my PJs watching some funny characters on my TV with my Lucky Charms. I'm enjoying it. And then
Sounds like
Sunday,
my St. Patty's Day.
yeah. And then Sunday at 7 p.m. we've got D&D Like Clockwork. And this coming up April 10th into the 11th, we have something special. Do you want to talk about that, Ava?
Sure. So April 10th through the 11th, we're doing a streamathon celebrating REM's 1 year of streaming. So we'll be live on Twitch starting 9 a.m. Sunday morning with a 1-hour Nerdy Women in Gaming panel hosted by REM's own Sarah. And we'll be going all through until Sunday night at 10 p.m. at the end of whatever time Like Clockwork ends. I can't remember offhand.
It ends at 10 p.m.
Oh, look at me go. Okay, so we'll be going at last count, I believe that's 37 hours. We've got a couple of the regular streams in there, the Descent into Avernus and the mentioned Like Clockwork. But other than those, we've got, I think, 7 games right now that we have current casting calls up for in the Discord. So if you want in on any of those games, we've got D&D. No, we don't. We've got Pathfinder. A couple different Shadowrun 60, and Anarchy. Mr. Johnson of the Arcology podcast is going to run a MechWarrior Destiny game. And I'm probably missing a couple others in there somewhere, but we've still got plenty of seats open if you want to join the Discord. It's the very top channel right now. Just react to the game you want to play, and we'll be raising money, doing giveaways. We'll be giving away, I know, some t-shirts, artwork from the Chicago Shadows, and other goodies throughout the night. Every game will have a different giveaway, or a giveaway rather. So got to be present to win, so make sure you catch us as often as you can.
What are you what game are you running, Vort?
Oh yeah, Vort, go ahead.
I will be running 7 Seas 2nd Edition, a fun little one-shot crime heist caper kind of adventure that will hopefully at the end set up the MacGuffins I need for the campaign I hope to start in June here.
Nice.
Nice.
So it looks like you actually got 4 seats already. You got 4 people signed up, but people do bounce out. I actually was full, and now I have one more slot for my Shadowrun 60 game. We should have been retired, or I thought I was retired. Where a team of 5 runners suddenly become 4 runners, and they have to put the band back together to deal with the situation. You know what? I did a much better write-up on the Discord, so hop onto our Discord and read that. You'll get a much better picture of what we've got. And there's also a couple other games that still have seats open. Shadowrun Anarchy, if you want to try that. The 3M game, it looks like the game that Ava's got's full, but there's also Monster Hearts 2 that has some space. So hop in, have some fun.
And MechWarrior Destiny, it does not have a single player seat filled yet. They've got 4 MechWarrior pilot seats that need to be filled.
Okay, well, plenty of space then. And MechWarrior Destiny is a fun game. I ran that as my home game um, when I decided to take a break from Shadowrun.
If I didn't already have other plans, I would participate.
But
I might end up
now,
taking one of those seats if no one else does. I like playing with Cliff.
but now back to um, Dresden, or now back to Paranormal Albany. I believe after Hugo and Sydney spent some time fixing up the damage that was done to Hugo's place in the upcoming Patreon episode, one-on-one, and working. And I believe, Sydney, you wanted to call Scarlett and ask her about something?
So after we're done or having a break amidst jobs for fixing the place, I'll call Scarlett.
Hey,
Hey, um, I know this is probably just my paranoid mind again, but do you happen to know where Evil Roger's body is? Is it in the morgue still, or do
hmm.
you even have a way of looking into that? I don't know.
Um, he may be in the morgue still.
Okay.
In the secret room, since we needed that handled appropriately. But I'm sure we could find it if you need it.
Oh, so it is being handled appropriately. So
Yeah,
that's all right. That's good then. I
yeah.
was told that these kind of things you should probably burn the body or make sure it's cremated or something. Is that something that I guess they're
Yeah,
doing?
I guess I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I can make a call and ask them to put it in the furnace.
Uh,
But
however,
those oh, go ahead.
no, it was just sure.
But those kind of calls, like I'm really cashing in some chips to ask them to burn a body.
Well, I mean, hopefully the whatever last will or whatever that guy had cremation in it in some way. That would be great. But
You see, I don't know that he has a will, buddy. But
yeah, I don't know if he does either.
I mean, do
That would make
people
things
like
easy,
that?
right?
I
Yeah.
don't know. And with me being responsible for the stabbing, I'd like to be
Hmm.
not as personally involved, but I seem to be the
Yeah.
one that handles that stuff with the hospital. So I will ask them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need help from, a law enforcement end, I guess. I don't know what I could do
Oh,
for you, if anything, but
but you suck at
yeah,
lying, buddy. Like,
I
if
do.
I mean,
I am
my God.
absolutely awful at it.
Yes. And I mean, like, you might as well just write the truth on your forehead. Your whole face contorts when you try to lie. It's like impossible.
One of the reasons I don't gamble, at least not with poker.
Right. Well, um, I'll let you know.
All right, thank you. And that's pretty much the phone call.
Okay.
Click.
All right.
Oh man. So
Okay.
Hugo, you wanted to learn some hand to hand?
Something. I'm not never had to be in a fight before, and apparently that has proven to be a weak spot I should take care of.
That's fair. Well, that's something we should probably do tomorrow. You should be rested before you, I think,
I
embark on
can
that.
I can get I can agree with that.
But I'll take you to my gym sometime and teach you what I know.
Okay. I actually owe you guys some experience,
Ooh,
or for this, I call them sessions, that you can use. So that will probably help for that. Uh, okay, so the next thing on my notes, Kasser, you were reading that book that the warden gave you.
Yes.
Um, and the gist of it is it goes through and gives you all the information. So when you're manipulating that, basically the equivalent of it, it's a resource for when you're manipulating uh, that device. Gives you an extra D6 that you do it right. And it also gives you some basic knowledge, like what that key does on the front of it.
Awesome.
That key, which I believe you turned the first time
Mm-hmm.
you talk to him, that's how much he gets to interact with the world outside of the summoning, or outside
Huh.
of the actual scrying device itself. Um, so give me it would be, I would consider that focus plus mental to remember back to what you turned it to.
Okie dokie. Do any of my distinctions apply?
Which ones would you think apply?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's the thing with this is to people with Cortex. The nice thing about it is the players build their own dice pools, and if they can sell me on why the distinction goes in, they get to roll the distinction.
Unfortunately, not for this one.
Yeah, but I have set the difficulty, and I rolled a 5. Which, considering how you roll a D10 for mental, I'm
it's a D12 for mental.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
My bad. Okay.
feel like that was a flex there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Wow.
because I rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Do you get a polka die?
Yes.
I do. That's what, a D10 polka die?
Yep. That would be a D10 polka die.
Oh.
To go with my 5 plot points.
Do
Okay,
not give her
yeah.
anything in chat.
Um. So, so the next. So your memory is actually pretty solid. And where you turned that to, gave him, allowed him to basically look anywheres in the bookstore. He couldn't manipulate anything, but he could
Mhm.
see anything in the bookstore. So that actually, you're actually he could see anything within the wards. Now, looking at it, somehow it got turned back to being the most restrictive
Hmm.
point, which it's at now.
Who the fuck did that?
I don't know, but it would probably, whoever had done it probably would end up pissing Chauncey off.
Man, Seed Thief is up to some mischief there.
I would never send Seed Thief to go against a demon. I don't know that there's a demon he would go against, but I would never do that if I know.
Okay.
She needs to find more information on Chauncey. But that's going to be asking a bit much.
So is there, you want to talk to Chauncey?
I mean, there is a bit of a conversation that needs to be had. Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Okay.
Did
You
you
walk
just
up.
say you're gonna do it?
Yep.
Look at Tristan.
You touch the scrying stone.
Yep.
Give me a mental plus focus roll to call out to Chauncey.
I'm gonna set my difficulty there.
Yeah, probably should.
Oh, also, am I still nauseated?
Mm, that would have passed.
How about the overconfidence?
No overconfidence. In fact, actually, yeah. What? That's right. What was your
It's just a
overconfidence?
D6. It's a
A
D6.
D6. Okay. Give me 1 second,
I
because
was just looking at those.
yeah, you are still. I think Cassera, that hits you quite a bit.
It does. I still want to get it up to a D20, see what happens when I'm taken out of the scene for overconfidence.
Somehow, some way, just a giant wave of hubris smacks you in the face, saying, "No."
Wow.
Okay. Yes, my dear Neve. Nice to see you again.
Right. Sorry about the rush last time.
That's quite all right. I understand there was quite a bit going on. Takes his glasses off and cleans them. And puts them. Brimstone does awful things to corrective lenses. So
I'll
what?
bet.
So did everything calm down?
Yes, it did. Your help was quite useful.
I'm very happy it was. Do you need any other help today?
I was, call it curious.
Mm-hmm.
What else you knew of that individual? Because you seem to know a bit.
I know a lot. And what I don't know, I know how to look up.
Right. I can. I see where you're coming from. I get it. I do.
Hmm? I mean, so what information are you looking for?
Well, let's start with who and what he is. Because he seems to perhaps be taking a liking to someone that's around me a lot.
Ah, I always knew that Hugo had that special shine to him that would.
Hugo had what now?
You have the shining, as it's called.
No, the shinning. We don't want to get
The
sued.
shinning.
boy.
Oh, crap. Oops.
Uh,
The shinning.
I have to admit that Sam usually doesn't go that way, but to each his own, and it's a time of experimentation.
Right. So, Sam, you said?
Ah, can't believe how you just Cas- naive. You just disarmed me so that I forget my place and went ahead and gave you something for free.
Well, you know, it's just conversation.
It is, but very important information can be traded during conversations. I mean, some of our shortest conversations have had the greatest impact on
Right.
things, haven't they?
Bill. I have. So let me pay you a forward for a bit of information, and she's gonna turn the key a little bit to give him the shop.
Oh. Hmm. So you turn the key so he can see outside of it a bit?
Yes. Give him
Okay.
a little bit more range.
Oh. Ah. Honestly, could you put and he gives you the name of a treatise. Could you put that on the stand in front?
Sure.
Um, it's
I
so
can only
nice to be able to read.
I can only imagine how dull it must be.
It's my pursuit of knowledge is not is a bit abnormal and doesn't blend well down here, but or up here, depending on your perspective.
I
Uh,
imagine.
but uh, kind souls such as yourself helping me out, they always make things easier to handle.
I'll be honest, it's not often I'm called kind.
I think it's because those others just don't know you. They just don't understand you.
I mean, she is still single. And I'm not.
How's that going with that young man, Mike? Has he treated you well?
It's going quite well.
Oh, good. That's good.
Nice question. You know those times when a friend, you feel like something's wrong with another friend? Scarlett's going to call Casser right then.
Okay, that will cost you a plot.
That's
Yes.
fine with me.
Yep.
Spinning that plot point that Opti just bought you.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe good use of it.
You're like, all right, what stupid thing are you doing now?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Scarlett's just looking up for her sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Your phone's ringing.
Yeah, so Kassir will kind of like check it, ignore the call, put her phone on mute.
And she's just going to keep calling.
Okay. You keep seeing it
Repeatedly.
light up. You keep seeing it light up.
Yep. Oh, Christ. All right. Pardon me a moment, Chauncey. Give me just... What?
Hey, what are you doing?
Researching.
Nice. Look, my mentor asked me to reach out to you, so maybe I can explain some things about why I react the way I do. So I'd like to buy you lunch right now, immediately, right now. It's important. It may help you learn some safety skills around me when I'm angry. But it has to be right now. I have this really good place and they're only open for like 30 more minutes, so we got to get right in there.
Guess Sarah's smelling some bullshit right here.
No bullshit, actually. She really, really, really wants to explain herself to you.
Oh, actually, she's being honest. So yeah, I mean, as far as not worth rolling because it's
It's true.
it's true.
It's more the urgency that's setting off those bullshit alarms.
Hmm.
Look, I know it seems like odd that I need this right now. I just have a feeling in the pit of my stomach that you're in danger, and you need to come meet me.
Look, I've got the wards. I'm fine. I'm safer here than I would be out in public.
Not true. Not true.
It's
I
quite
think-
true.
Look, if you value me at all, even a smidgen, can you just humor me and come meet me? Think, what if Mike gets hurt sometime? You're gonna need a doctor.
You're not the only doctor in the state, not even in the city.
Yes, but you and I both know Mike doesn't get the typical bruised knees and scraped elbows. You need me.
Look, I appreciate what you're offering. I do. I'm a little bit busy at the moment.
What are you doing? Put me at peace.
I told you, I'm researching.
You sound weird.
I'm looking
What
shit up and I'm trying to figure out who the fuck that fucker was that was shooting up my shop. That's
have
what
you
I'm doing.
Have you spoke to anyone? Spoken?
Who the fuck would I speak to?
I don't know. But how is a book going to give you the information we need to find who tried to kill me?
Look,
You're not making any sense, and you're a
know-
really smart girl.
yeah, and I've got a lot of fucking books here.
Yeah. Well, bring it. Maybe I can help. You know, I am a doctor. I'm good with research.
Yes, so you like to say.
Or I can come to you.
I'm busy.
Do you want me to come to you? How about
No,
I pick up
I don't.
lunch and I
You
bring
just
it?
fucking left. You just fucking left. I'd like you to stay gone a little while longer.
I just would feel better if we spend some time together. So I'll just pick up some lunch
I'd feel
and head
better
over
if
to
we
you.
didn't. I'd feel better if we didn't. Stay the fuck away.
Okay. I'll see you in about 10 minutes.
No,
I'm
you
not
won't.
far
'Cause you
away.
ain't getting through the wards. You
Are
ain't
you
getting through the
allergic?
wards.
Are you allergic to any food?
You ain't coming over.
I'm coming over. We need some time.
Then good luck getting through my wards.
No problem.
Because you're not invited.
That's okay. I'll make a call. I'll see you later. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Bye.
Kisser adds to the mental list. Check the validity of vampires and garlic.
Okay.
She's just kind of phone. Oh, it isn't. Phone. Okay.
Hmm.
Yep,
So
that just happened.
yeah. So you so what do you do after you hang up the phone with her?
I get in my car and I go over.
Okay. Yeah, that I figure you'll be there in 10 minutes. You'll be there in 10 minutes. Which
Yeah.
actually, since we got about 10 minutes to the stream, we'll start with that next time.
Okay.
What does Cassare do?
Turn back to her conversation with Chauncey, muttering angrily.
Don't you just hate it when people just force their way into your life? I like our relationship where
So fucking pushy.
yeah, I mean, it's we help each other
Alright.
out.
Chauncey, I'm gonna be honest here. You're trying a bit hard, man.
Because I wanted to see your reaction.
You're
It's-
laying it on just a wee bit thick.
and do you know how much fun that is doing that to an Irish woman? You lay it on just a wee bit thick just to see the reaction.
You're lucky
just
I
to see
can't
if
reach you.
I know. Well, that's the other part. That's the other reason to do it.
You
I'm
can't
safe
reach her.
behind.
Yeah,
I'm safe behind this magical glass.
Yes. You're the one that's safe. Right.
As if I would ever wish you harm. I've only helped you.
That is true. thus far.
Hmm. Is there something you're not asking me?
Probably.
Is there something you want to ask me that you're not asking me?
What's your end goal?
My end goal?
Yes.
Hmm. More knowledge and free will.
I suppose I could get behind that.
It's
I can certainly help with the knowledge bit.
But I can help you with the knowledge bit. And
Yes.
you do need some help with the free will. You do allow yourself to be tied to the conventions a bit.
Oh, Chauncey is a bad influence. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
put that out there right now, out of character. Chauncey's a really bad influence for Kassir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case that wasn't obvious to anybody. It might have just become super glaringly obvious to someone. Right. Well, we're all tied to something.
Yes, but well, are we though? Do we? I mean, what's to stop us from? I mean, that's what free will is. That's what makes humanity great. Is that they're not bound by these silly rules like the Fae. Oh, they can't lie.
Perhaps
They
not
must always tell the truth.
supernaturally, but we are bound by the consequences of our actions.
Yes.
Okay, look. She's on her way over, and I've still got questions to ask, and she's probably gonna literally bite my head off if she finds out I've been speaking with you again, because she's got some stick up her arse about you.
Well, that's an interesting mental image, but I don't want to keep you from your questions. Go ahead and give that to me.
So, Sam,
Yes.
what more would you be willing to tell me about him?
What more are you willing to offer?
I've given you more free will. Well, not free will, but free reign, as it were.
You've given me a little bit of just a little bit. I mean, you sure you can't? Because I mean, that would make it. If you open it up, then I could research the books on the shelves and look at them directly, read them directly, and I could be of such much more help to you. Because Sam is a bit of an enigma. I mean, I know some things of him.
And you know more than you're telling me.
Well, I may know it, but I also may not realize that I know it. I might know it, but not know it. You know?
What I'm concerned with is what you know, you know.
I know, but I'm bound by certain consequences too. And for my kind, giving away information free has penalties. I'm already facing some for giving you his name. I gave away a name for free. That has a cost to me.
What does Kassir know about demons?
You haven't researched
Other than that he's
much
a
on.
lying shit.
I'll say,
You haven't
not
researched.
really enough.
Yeah.
Does she know he's a demon? I didn't
yes.
think she knew that.
I'm pretty sure Peacock mentioned it
Yeah, he did. Peacock would have mentioned it.
when he
Oh.
did the circle.
Warden
knowing that
Blankoff would have
she's-
mentioned.
So
Yeah.
she's still doing this even though she knows
Yep.
he's a demon.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the consequences of having the coin and the influence the coin had on you was you didn't look up some things like you normally would look them up. You
Makes
know,
sense.
because that your place there is your Google, and normally because
Mhm.
you never looked up what the denarian coins were, as long as you were holding on to a denarian coin.
Mhm.
There was always something else to do. And it's kind of the same thing with demons and Chauncey in general. You just there was always something else to look up, or a squirrel to distract you.
Or a chipmunk.
No, actually, once Seafood got touched that coin once, you didn't see him again until after you got rid of it.
So she's
So-
going to try and needle a bit more out of him, see what she can get in the bits of time she's got until Orlet bullies her
Okay.
way in again. I'm not nearly as smart as Kassir is.
Okay, if you want to
She's
go
going to
ahead
try and do so without giving up another name of hers.
okay, that I
So,
will
like, she'll
accept.
concede in probably other ways,
Mm-hmm.
but she also really doesn't want to allow him physical manifestation in the shop. Well, not manifestation, but a presence.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my home is upstairs.
I will. All right, go ahead and.
Please
I
don't
would
make this a social roll.
Well, it's kind of that. I will.
She's
If
Oh,
you're trying
she's
to figure
trying
it
to
out.
do the whole mental games.
Okay, I'll let you use mental and influence. If you could come up with a reason for one of your distinctions, go ahead.
I've got Child of the Isles for my influence.
Okay.
It's not quite arguing, but it seems kind of in those lines. I'm gonna go ahead. Just for fun, instead of spending a plot point to stage it up, I'm going to use my Luck of the Irish trigger and gain a complication instead, just because they're fun, and roll it as a d12 instead.
Okay.
So d12 mental, d12 influence, or d8 influence and d12 Child of the Isles. See what I get.
oh, that's a good one. Good.
I met your 16, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend a plot point to roll my 1d6 polka die that I've got. To just make it a clean victory instead of a tie. I don't like the ties. Considering I'm already getting a complication. So I'll beat you by 4.
Okay. You have a complication of promised info at a D6 right now. We'll
Right.
see where that.
We can
We'll
trade
see where
information for information. That's fine.
we'll see where that goes.
Fair trade.
Yes.
I'm sweating.
But right now, it is 11 o'clock. So I think this is probably a perfect time to end, so we can see what Chauncey. So next week we could see what Chauncey manages to give Kassir and what Kassir gives Chauncey. and from there, and then we get to deal with Scarlet doing an intervention. An intervention between Scarlet and Kasser.
Oh, and Fangs will be there.
Okay, well, yes.
Yeah.
Then you've got a pet the cat. You got the pet the cat resource,
Right.
that could actually help.
Sarah, how's your insurance policy on the shop?
On the shop, I imagine it's quite good.
But she has no medical insurance.
Yeah, no.
Does your insurance cover otherworldly beings?
Yeah.
Oh.
The shop insurance probably does. There was that weird bit in the contract.
Right.
Yeah, actually,
In the
there was
fine
quite a
print.
bit. There's quite a bit weird in that contract. Now that you know what to look for, you've realized that a substantial amount of the funding, the reason that the place stayed open, has because a bank account keeps getting money put into it.
Yeah, once she figured out the whole magic stuff, she kind of assumed at first that what's his name was just like an eccentric old man who just like sat on a nest egg and just shoveled money into the shop to keep it running.
Right. Yep. Now there's somebody
Underwood, that
shoveling
was his
money.
name.
Yeah. There's somebody shoveling money into the shop, but
Yeah, the magical community somewhere.
yes. That's as far as you've gotten so far. So I think we already did our plugs.
Yep.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for watching. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to say before we ask our great tech guy Thomas to run the credits for us? Okay.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. Come see us in the future.
Sign up for the streamathon.
Yeah, sign up for the streamathon,
we
of
need more
course.
players.
And come back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central for Shadowrun. Where I believe they are finished. I believe they are about to start the last episode of the 5th season of the Chicago Missions. Have a good night, everybody.
Wow. Good night.
Night.
Bye.